Hey guys! I've been drawing a lot of Disney pieces lately, and I noticed that with every piece I have a specific approach on how I draw the eyes. And in this video I would like to talk you through that approach and take you through it step by step, so that I can explain how I draw Disney eyes. All the supplies that I will be using throughout this video will be in the description box below the video, so you can have a look at that. But don't worry about the exact same supplies that I use. These are just my personal preferences and you can use other supplies. In this video we will be drawing Rapunzel from the movie Tangled, and this is the reference picture that I'll be using. So let's start off by sketching out the outlines of her eye. Rapunzel's eye is some sort of an oval, but it is a bit flatter on the bottom side than it is on the top side. Once we have this outline set in place, we also make a iris and a pupil, and make sure that those shapes are kind of round. And then on the top part I also add an eyelid to her eye. Make sure to leave a small circle in the iris. This part will be a highlight in the eye and we will have to leave this white. The rest of the iris we color in with the pencil because we will make this black later on. So let's take a black color pencil and start outlining the eye. We will outline the bottom lash line in a thinner way than the top lash line. The top lash line will be thicker because there we also have thicker eyelashes. You can draw the eyelashes making curved stripes in an upward motion, and be sure to make the eyelashes that are towards the outside of the eye, so towards the far away side. Those eyelashes will be longer than the eyelashes that are on the inside of the eye. Now we also lightly outline the iris and we color in the entire pupil with the black pencil, except for the white circle that we're going to use as a highlight. Let's add some color. Since Rapunzel's eyes are green, I'm going to pick 4 types of green, ranging from a very dark green towards a light green. And as you can see in the picture, the iris has a lighter part and a darker part. And I'm going to take my white first to indicate where the lighter part is going to be. And there I'm going to place some white stripes. And after that I'm going to take the darkest green and slightly outline the iris and make some short strokes in different lengths, going from the outside of the iris towards the inside, and also in the other way around. And I basically repeat that process with the other colors of the green, and I make sure to keep the lighter area lighter by adding less of the dark green in those areas and using more of the darker green in the dark area of the iris. And I make sure to blend these stripes together a bit, but you can still see some detail of the stripes. So now that we have colored the iris, it is time to move on to the white of the eye. And basically we're not going to make this entirely white. To make the eye look a lot more interesting, we're going to make some dimension into it. And to do this we're going to use a few grey tones. And we're going to use the darkest grey tone directly underneath the upper lashes, and we're going to blend that towards the center, because there the brightest white will be, and this will be directly around the iris. Also, if you're drawing big enough, you can add some more details to this. For instance, I'm adding a bit of a flashy tone towards the bottom lash line, and I'm also going to add some squiggly lines that will look a bit like blood vessels. Now that the eye itself is done, we're going to add some color to the skin around the eye. And since Rapunzel is not very tanned, I'm going to use some light flesh tones. And I'm also going to use a cream white that will make a nice highlight directly under her bottom lash line. And her top eyelid will have a shadow on the top side of it, so I'm going to use some darker tones and some browns to make that shadow, and I'm going to blend it with the other skin tones using a peach color. And since I'm going over the eyelashes, I'm going to have to reinforce those eyelashes later on, and I'm going to use my black pencil for that again, and I'm going to make sure that I have sharpened it very well so I can make some sharp lines. And reinforcing these eyelashes will make them look a lot more sharp and vibrant and black. So in this stage we are almost there, and we want to really reinforce those highlights, because a strong highlight will really make the eye look alive. To do this, I'm going to use a white gellyroll pen, and I'm going to color in the little circle in the iris that we left open, and I'm also going to color in the white that's directly around the iris, and this will make it look a lot more alive. So that's basically it for this video, guys. These are all the steps that I take whenever I'm drawing Disney eyes. I really hope this video was helpful. And if you want to, you can also follow me on Instagram to see more of my work.